Very good morning to everyone, and welcome to the weekend online workshop on mobile app development organized by EEE Department, Galgodia College of Engineering and Technology. I hope all of you are staying safe in this pandemic situation. This program is intended to impart practical knowledge to the students and professionals. It will be very helpful in order to increase job ready professionals in the campus. Lastly, it's a small addition in order to fulfill our institute's commitments towards developing world class professionals and a small contribution to the society. In today's world, industry academia collaboration is must. Therefore, we are actively engaged with various industry professionals, and today we have invited an industry veteran in app development to deliver this lecture. We already had first session in 12th of September. This is our second session. Let me thank our director, Dr. Brijesh Kumar Singh. Thank you so much, sir, for giving us this opportunity. Further, my special thanks goes to our HOD ma'am, Dr. A. Ambika Pathy, for inspiring me to organize this program and helping me throughout the courses. I hope to do same in future also with her cooperation. Thank you so much, ma'am. Now, with that, I would like to invite Gaurav and request him to start the program.
Again, welcome all. Okay, so my name is Gaurav and I am basically software engineer and a corporate trainer. Also, I am founder of Instead Learning, and I have been associated in providing solutions in areas like supply chain, e-commerce, mobile banking, and financial service with proven skill sets. And I have designed this webinar for anyone who is new to mobile application development or having some basic skills in Angular or HTML or CSS or JavaScript. So by end of this course, you will be able to uh, deliver a good mobile application, or at least you will have a fair idea of mobile application development. Okay, so first question it will come in your mind: what is Ionic, and how? Okay, and how Ionic 5 will create a mobile application? How it works? What is the ecosystem of that? And how it is related to HTML? So basically, Ionic is a collection of UI component. When I say UI, it's user interface. The screen, mobile screen you see in your mobile application, that is called UI. Okay. So Ionic is a collection of UI component and native APIs. When we say native API, it means your native components like camera, Bluetooth, geolocation, or sensors, camera, sound, anything that you use in your mobile application. That is native APIs, right? So it's a collection of UI component and native APIs that enable web developer to build iOS and Android and progressive web app with one code base and built on the modern web technology. I hope it is clear for you. So when we say web developer uses the web technology, and web technology includes HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, at least. Apart from that, there are lots of things in background they use, the another UI framework. Okay, so suppose if you have a development project and you have a web development team. Okay, you have a development project, any project, and you have a web development team. They can only create, you don't need to hire any mobile developer. That web team can create application for Android, iOS, website, or any other app, or desktop app as well. Okay, so I have spoken about cross-platform application or hybrid application in the previous session in last week. So just I'll give a brief introduction of what is cross-platform application. Basically, building app for mobile is difficult, as you can understand these things, right? Okay, There are multiple platform and style that need to design for. Okay, you have to maintain multiple code base. You have to hire separate developer for all the platform. Also, you have to learn a lot of native programming language. When we say native programming language, it means Java and Kotlin for Android, Swift and Objective-C for iOS, and C Sharp and related language for Xamarin Studio that also create hybrid application. Okay, and all those things you have to keep in mind that your user don't want any mobile application. They want a seamless experience that follow them wherever you are. You are using mobile application, you are using desktop application, or you are using a web application. Okay, so what is our solution? How you can create a same application or a seamless application for everywhere, for desktop, for mobile, for web? What is our solution? Native application or web technology. So building native apps for Android and iOS by using native language such as Java, Kotlin or Swift, or you will go with web technology such as HTML, CSS and JavaScript to build your next mobile application. So building native application having some pros, that is highest fidelity by continuing loyalty and support from Google and Apple directly, performance improvement with each update, native app get more power from low level language like C or C++, where there are some cons as well, like building native app having some cons too, like you need to learn more multiple language like Java, Kotlin, Swift, C Sharp and all. You have to maintain separate code for each platform, and to manage those code is difficult compared to hybrid development. And you have to you will get a multiple team to coordinate for Android, iOS and web application. Okay, so what is web technology? Basically, web technology involves use of HTML, CSS and JavaScript. It runs everywhere. It is easy to work with, and it's open, standard and future proof language. Most important that is you probably already know it, but there is no SDK for web. Okay, we don't have any SDK like Android SDK or iOS SDK. We have in native development, but we don't have any SDK for web application, right? Here, if you are not getting what is SDK, it is just software development kit. Okay, that extra software you need to create mobile application. So finally, what is our solution? You have a fair idea of native and hybrid and web technology. So what is our solution now? Just think. So yes, our solution is web technology and it works based on web component. Okay. So what is web component? We'll go with web technology. And what is web component? Basically, web component aims to solve such problems. It consists of three main technology, which can be used together to create versatile custom element with encapsulated functionality that can be reused wherever you like without fear of code collision. And that is custom elements. It is a set of JavaScript API that allow you to define custom element and their behavior, which can be used as desired in your user interface. And the second one is Shadow DOM. Basically, DOM is document object model. Okay, and whenever you create a web application, you write HTML code. In HTML code, you write a small component. You write a div tag. p tag, different type of tag. All tag create a different DOM, and all DOM together create a DOM tree. Okay, DOM is a very basic fundamental of web application. Okay, whenever you create a div element, that is a DOM. When you create multiple div, that is called div DOM tree. Okay, like that in a web application, basically you create a DOM tree. Okay, another main point was shadow DOM. It is a set of JavaScript API for attaching an encapsulated shadow DOM tree to an element, which is rendered separately from the main shadow DOM, main document DOM, and controlling associate functionality. In this way, you can keep an element's feature private, so they can be scripted and styled without the fear of collision with other part of the document. And the last part is HTML template of web component, right? We are talking about web component. The last point is HTML template. The template and slot. There are two tags that is called template tag and slot tag in HTML that enable you to write a markup template that are not displayed in rendered page. These can be reused multiple times as the basis of custom element structure. So this enables web component, and okay, these three are the main features of web component. Okay, so finally, this was the basic idea of web component and Ionic. So how you can get start with this? Okay, what you should know to getting start with Ionic 5? This is the main question. As you are freshers, you are a student, and you don't have a basic idea of how we will start with Ionic 5, what you should know before starting this. So I'll just go ahead and will give some basic idea of. So basically, in order to get best out of this webinar, it is very important that we set some expectation very early. Okay, and I'm going to talk you about some prerequisite of this webinar. Okay, this will enable you to be aware of some of the things you will need to know in order to uh, create a successful application. Okay, so you can see a few icons on the screen. Okay, and I'm assuming that you already have some knowledge, basic idea at least, on HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. If not, then you can get the basic idea. I will tell you how later. Okay, you can ask question if you don't have. You can write question in chat window. I will answer your questions one by one. Okay, so finally, I'm assuming that you already have some working knowledge of HTML or CSS or JavaScript and the basic of Angular. Okay, and also I'm assuming that you know how to work with component and also know how to work with Angular CLI. You should know that before getting deep into Ionic 5. Okay, so if you don't have knowledge of Angular, then follow along with this webinar to understand all those things, right? So first thing, you have to install Node.js in your computer. Okay, now this is the fundamental necessity of this webinar, and we are going to use Node.js package manager or npm as it is commonly referred to get Ionic and install it in your system. Also, you have to install Apache Cordova and other component of the application using npm Node Package Manager. And Node Package Manager is the package manager for the Node.js. Okay, you have to install it. So we are going to be using npm to install all the packages that we will be using for this webinar. Okay, and so if you'll open a website here, there is a link nodejs.org. You will get two type of version. One is LTS version here and one is current version. Might be version can be different as of now, but you can download any one. That doesn't matter basically. LTS means long time support. Okay, even the current version will be a 20 point something also, they will support LTS, this version, long time support. You can download anyone. Okay, so the next thing, you will be needing a browser. Okay, so first thing you need to install is browser in your computer if you don't have. And I'm assuming you already using some sort of browser to view this webinar, right? But I will especially recommend it to use Chrome if you're not using. The reason why I'm saying Chrome, Chrome has a lot of mobile development features that will be very useful and will make it easier for you to develop mobile application with Ionic. If you don't have Chrome, install on your machine, and I would suggest that you will go ahead and download the appropriate version of Google Chrome for your computer, right? Another thing is Visual Studio Code. Okay, now the next thing I would recommend that you is have some IDE. Okay, now you are free to use any IDE you are comfortable with, but in this webinar I will be using Visual Studio Code. Visual Studio Code is really nice IDE that is very lightweighted, and it also comes free for Mac, Windows, and Linux. Now, if already you have an IDE that you are used to, that's not a problem. You can go ahead and use whatever you are used to. But in case you don't have already installed any IDE in your computer, or you would like to go ahead and use that I'm using on the screen, feel free to get yourself a copy of Visual Studio Code. Any question you can ask in chat. Now, another thing that I would recommend you to do very early on this, create yourself an Ionic account. There is a link, dashboard.ionicframework.com/sign up. Okay, so this is commonly referred to an Ionic Appflow account. It is free to create an Ionic account, and you can use any email provider, Gmail, Yahoo, or anything. So I recommend that you had a Ionic homepage and just click on sign up button and create yourself a new account. And the final thing is Firebase. So in today's session might be I will not cover the Firebase things, but in the next session or maybe in the next Saturday we'll cover the Firebase. But as of now, the final thing that I will recommend you to go ahead and do very early on this webinar, to create a Firebase account. Okay, now you will need a Google email in order to create a free Firebase account. It is free to create Fire. And now the reason why you need a Firebase account is that some point of the webinar, maybe in the next session, I will be showing you how to connect your application to work with Firebase database. Okay, also push notification, how you will send notification to the user from your application. Okay, so this will allow you to persist data in the cloud. Also, you can use cloud with this. If you don't have a Firebase account or Google account, you can go and create. Okay, so now that we have gone through all the prerequisite of this course, we are now very aware of, hopefully equipped with all the necessary things and tools we need to be successful with this webinar. Okay, so I will just now what we will do is we'll create a simple Ionic application. Okay, we'll do few things. Start your first app with Ionic 5, installing Ionic. We will create your first application. We will check that application in browser. We'll also test application with Ionic Lab, and also we will use real device. Okay, so the main website for Ionic is ionicframework.com. If we click on this, so this is the Ionic website, what you have to learn about. Okay, one code base, any platform now in Angular or React. Okay, in upcoming session, I will tell you about how you can use React as well. React is in demand nowadays, and companies are looking for React, React Native, Ionic plus React, all those things. Okay, I'll talk more about React as well in upcoming session. Okay, first you have to do is you can click on Start an app. Just go this website. Okay, I'll just write in chat.
Please copy this website and paste it in chat box so that they will be easily accessible.
Yeah. Okay, I think I have said with everyone, right? Okay, so this is the website. You can check with it. So first, what you have to do is start an app. Okay, I'll just click on start. Here you have to give a base your application name. I'll just give hello Ionic. Okay, hello Ionic. Then you can choose an pick an icon. If you have any icon, you can choose, or if you want to give any icon such as like this, you can give. Okay, or else I'll just leave this only, right? Okay, I have given this icon. If you have any icon from the, you can choose like this. I'll just give something like this. You can give, okay, or anything you can give. If you want to choose the theme color, you can choose any theme. I'll just give this theme. And there are few templates. I hope my screen is visible to everyone, right? So there are few templates. Tab template where these three button will come at the bottom, and menu button where this slider will come, and the list. Okay, so you can click anyone. I'll just click tab button here. Okay, so what will happen? And here you have the JavaScript framework. All the things I have spoken about, React, Angular, and Vue.js, all are just a JavaScript framework. Right now I will choose Angular. Okay, in upcoming session might be I will go through React and Vue as well. And Vue is in beta version, so that's why it's it, and Vue is soon. So right now you can just create application with all the three, but officially they have not supported. It's in beta version, the Vue.js. Okay, if you don't heard about, never heard about Vue.js, this is also a JavaScript framework. So right now I will choose Angular, and then I'll do continue. What it will do, it will create a sample application for you. Okay, so as I told you, to create a Ionic application, you have to log in with this. So I haven't logged in yet. I'll just log in. Okay, I have logged in. Okay, so before that you should log in, and I'll just go to the back again. As I told you earlier, you should create a Ionic Flow application. Sorry, logged in. I have already logged in. Now what you'll do is start an application, choose your icon. I'll just choose any icon, and this one, I have chosen this one. I'll just write hello Ionic, and then I will just choose tab, Angular, create an app. So it will create an app for you. Okay, something wrong. Let's see what's wrong. I'll just refresh it again. Okay, so you can see there's something wrong with this. You can skip this step. I'll tell you what next. So here you can see install, right? There is one option and it's not working as of now. I don't know why. It should work basically. I'll just click install, getting started. Another way is, first you have to install the Ionic CLI. But before that, what I will do is I will open a terminal. I think I will just increase my terminal size. What you have to do is you have to check you have already installed Node.js. I just check node -v. So I have Node version. Then you should check npm version, npm -v. So I have npm as well. Okay. Next thing, I'll just check I have Ionic or not. Ionic -v. Oh, great. I don't have any Ionic version installed right now. So my MacBook is newly configured. So I don't have Ionic. I just install Ionic. Okay. I'll just copy this and I will install it. npm install -g @ionic/CLI. So you should do the same thing. And another thing, if it will install, then that's great. If you will get a error, then what? Then see the error. Always whenever you get an error, then you should read the error properly and work accordingly. So I have permission denied access. I don't have permission to use this. Why? Because npm create few folders in your system. Okay, and MacBook and Ubuntu, the Linux, will not allow you to create any folder just like that. So what you have to do is you have to write something like this. I'll just clear the screen. So what you have to do is you have to write sudo before the command. Okay, sudo npm install -g @ionic CLI, right? But for Windows, you don't need to write sudo. It will work perfectly. So now it will ask me the password. I'll just give password. Now this should install perfectly. Awesome. So now I will check Ionic version. Okay, I have Ionic version, Ionic CLI version. This is not Ionic version. This is Ionic CLI version. Ionic CLI is 6.11.8, where as of now Ionic is Ionic 5. Okay, not 6. So there are two things. We are using Ionic 5, where we have installed Ionic CLI version 6.11.8. Okay, now we will check we have Apache Cordova or not. So I have Cordova. I think the last session I have installed Cordova in our system. So here I have Cordova version 10.0.0. So next what? We will create a new application, new Ionic application, right? I'll just clear my screen and I'll just go to the desktop and mkdir Ionic webinar. I'll just write a webinar. Okay, and then I'll just go to the webinar folder. Okay, so in the webinar folder, I'll just create a Ionic application. We don't have any appli folder right now. When I see, say, ls, then next what? So you have to write command Ionic start, give the Ionic application name. I'll just create hello Ionic. Okay, hello Ionic. And then you have to create which type of application you want to create. You want to create a blank application that will create a one simple or a single page, or you want to create a tab application, or which type of application. Just right now I'll just give a blank application. Okay, blank. And then you have to write type. Okay, type equal to, you have to give the language. Okay, so language I am just giving Angular. Okay, and you can give any language, React or Vue. Okay, so right now I will use Angular, so I'll just give Angular. Okay, so this is the command. Okay, I'll click enter. So now it will ask me, integrate your new app with Capacitor to target native iOS and Android. So no, I will say no right now, because what is Capacitor here? Capacitor is just similar to Apache Cordova. Okay, so I have already spoken about Apache Cordova. It is a framework or a mobile framework which convert your web application into mobile application, right? So Ionic team has created another framework that is called Capacitor. It is similar to Apache Cordova. So whenever you create a Ionic application, they give you option to use Capacitor instead of Apache Cordova. So right now I will not use Capacitor. Might be in future webinar I will use Capacitor for this. Okay. So right now I'll say no. Okay, because I want to use Apache Cordova. I'll just give an. Okay, just write here an and enter. If anyone having any question, any doubt, then you can ask anytime in chat. I will answer you. Okay, so they are asking one more question at the last. Google's privacy policy, this, more detail, how to change this setting. Okay, so see, no, yes, okay. So this is the question basically. Would you like to share anonymous user data with Angular team at Google? This type of question you should say yes. So click why. Okay, create a free Ionic account, right? So right now I don't want to create any Ionic account. So already I have created, so I'll not create. So just I'll write an. Okay, so that's great. I have created the application. Now you can click ls and you can see I have one. Okay, it's Hell Ionic. Okay, anyway, our mistake. We should create Hello Ionic. Anyway, no problem. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll just go to that folder, uh, Hello Ionic instead of Hell Ionic. Anyway, what I'll do, I'll just change the name. Okay, I'll just go to, you can change name. It's not a big deal. Hello. I'll just change name like this. Okay. Now I'll just go to the CD, Hello Ionic, like this. Now what I will do is I will open this code in Visual Studio Code. As I told you in earlier or in previous session that you can install Visual Studio Code, and when you will do code dash space dot, this code will open in Visual Studio Code. So I'll just click that. Now you can see my Visual Studio Code has been opened. Okay. So this, where I have Hello Ionic, I have changed the folder name to Hello Ionic. but the actual name will be inside this. Okay, see package.json. Here you can see it's still Hell Ionic, right? So I'll just make it Hello Ionic. Okay, and then all those things you can see here, ts config app, ts config.json, all those thing is related to TypeScript or ts lint. Okay, so you don't need to do anything with this. This package.json is keeping your application information, where here you can write author of this application. Here you can give the application name. Here you have to use a version of your application, and here you can give what is the home page and all descriptions. Okay, all the package and dependency, it will install it here, right? Another thing is, this is again the Ionic configuration.json. You don't need to do anything with this. Here they will keep few things, hello Ionic. Okay, or name and the type of Angular, which type of language you're using, Angular or React or Vue, what. Okay, next thing is, what you have to do is, this is the source folder, right? Here you can see E2E. This is end-to-end testing for unit testing. Okay, right now we are not doing any unit testing, so I'll not touch this. And this is a node module file. Another is node module file. Node module file is nothing but whenever you use npm or node, they install the dependency or library and they keep the folder in node module. So this is very large folder. You don't need to use this manually. They do automatically all those things, so you don't need to do anything. Your main focus will be the source folder, where you have to write your code. You have to change the code. Okay, I'll just open this. Here you have one app folder, asset folder, environment, themes, some SAS folder. SAS means another css compiler file, that is you can call css itself. One is index.html. Okay, in the index.html, this is your main file that opens basically. Okay, where in the body part you can see you have one app root. This is the your entry point of your application. Okay, so I'll not discuss more about all those things right now. I will just show you how to get started with this application right now. Okay, so another thing is, I just want to see this application in browser. So first I will install Ionic Lab. Okay, you can now open terminal in Visual Studio Code itself. Go to your terminal and open new terminal here, and you have to write Ionic serve. Okay, first you have to install the Ionic Lab. Where, how? npm install @ionic lab dash dash save dev. Okay, it will install the Ionic Lab in your application, and later on you can okay. So Ionic Lab I have installed. Now I want to run this application in Ionic Lab. So what I'll do is Ionic serve -l. So it will open in lab. Let's see how it will open. Awesome. See, as you can see that we have, you can see two type of application. One is iOS application and one is Android application. Here you can just, this is iOS and this is, sorry, this is Android and this is iOS. So this is iOS and this is Android application, right? How it will look like in your, mobile. So this is Ionic Lab. So what it, if you will not write, I'll just, when you will write Ionic serve without -l, how it will open? Let's see. It will open in your browser without Ionic Lab. We use Ionic Lab to see how it will look like in your real device. See, without L, it will look like something like this, but you can make it a mobile view. You have just do right click and then inspect. And then here you can see the icon. The second icon, you can toggle device toolbar. You can click on this, it will open in device toolbar, where you can choose how it will look like in different devices. Here you can see which type of device, Moto G, Moto 4G. If I click Moto 4G, it will look like this in Moto 4G. Okay, you can choose anything using browser or using um, your desktop or in using Ionic Lab, something like this, right? Which one you like, you can choose. Okay, now we will do some modification with this. What modification we'll do is, we will, okay, now come to the source code again. Here we have one application. Inside that, all screens will be there. Okay, you can see here inside app folder, you have one home folder. Home, inside home folder, you have few, one HTML file, one is TypeScript file, one is, you know, routing modules, all those things. Apart from that, you have one app module.ts. Okay, so first we will do some changes. We are watching right now the home page. Okay, so we'll do go to home page .html, and then we will write here, we'll change something here, still learning. Okay, and then you can see here all the changes had been done here, right? In still learning, right? You can see here, here also it's automatically it changed to in still learning, right? So another thing, I'll just change this line as well. Okay, here if you, same thing you can write as a in paragraph, it will open in new tab. Okay, something like this. So you can change, or you can change the UI accordingly. I'll just create a simple things. Now I will change another thing. What I will do is, I'll just create a card view. So what you will do is, go to home folder here, and I'll just remove all those things. So what I will do is, here, hold on, I'll just take 2 minutes to ask if you have any question. I'll just take 1 minute and I'll come back. Yeah. So now we will create something. Okay. In this code, you can see here. So we have this code is header where I'll just write here blank. I'll just write card component. Okay. We will see an example of card component. As you can see in many applications, you have seen the any content in view of card. Okay, so same type of application we will create right now. We'll use a sample card application here. Okay, so what we will do is we'll just create a simple card. Okay, and this is the title of your tab, and this is your title of the page, card component. Okay, so this is the title of your application, and here is your ID container, right? Inside this we will write anything. So what we'll do is I'll write here first ion card. Okay, before writing our own code, I'll just go to the website and I'll show you how you can write your own. Okay, go to the Ionic, see here components, UI components. You can give, okay, if you want to write card, click here to Angular, and then here you can see Ion card, right? Card view. You can see this content is showing in the card. What I will do is here you have all the things: Angular, JavaScript, React, Stencil. Stencil again a UI framework is there. Today I'll not discuss anything about that. And in Vue.js, I'll just copy this and I'll paste in our code here. Now see how our application is look like. Awesome. We have multiple card, right? We have multiple card. One is card view and all those things, right? So I will remove all the things and I'll keep only one thing. Okay. So, or else you can just copy what you want from here. You want only this card. Okay. If you'll copy something like this, then you have to, okay. So here, right? Ionic card starts and Ionic card tag is closing, where you have to give a two header. Okay. One is subtitle and one is card title, and here is a content, right? Using this code you can create a simple card. Okay, and it will look like something like this. So you have created a simple card, right, where you have a small title, a larger title, and your description. Okay, and if you want to change, you can change here accordingly. Live webinar Ionic 5, and here I'll just write something. Okay, now let's see how it will look like. Okay, live webinar Ionic 5 and like this. And you can create multiple card like this. I'll just copy this card and I'll just click two more times, and let's see, it will be something like this, right? Three card. If you want to click one more type, two more times, you can scroll it later on, right? So you can scroll it as well. right? So same thing, it will open here. Okay, like that. If any component, if you want to use, you can copy and paste. Suppose here I want to use anything, list. Okay, so something like this. So what I will do is I'll just click this link, list with text item, and I will paste in our code after this. Okay, I'll keep only one. Okay, I'll keep only one card and then I'll put it here, list things, right? So now let's see our things will be like this. So here at the bottom we have list item. Okay, next component will check about another component will take. Okay, ion pop over. So how it will work, if you click on this, it will open something like this. So what I'll do is I'll just, okay, so in pop over you have to write some more code in JavaScript level. So I'll just ignore right now. So just I want to take simple things. Okay, iron tab, iron toggle. Okay, no. Okay, from starting iron action sheet. Iron alert. Okay, I will take iron button. Okay, this type of button, lots of buttons are there. You can take any button. In simple, you can write iron button default, iron button anchor. So which one you want to choose, it depends on that, right? So here three type of button. I'll just take any button. I'll just take this button, or expand or rounded. This is the rounded button. This is filled button. This is, okay, I'll just take this one first. Okay, one button, and another button I'll take this one. Okay, now let's see how it will look like. Okay, we have any type of button. This is the default button. After that, you can customize it by on your need. Okay. Okay, fine. So this is how you can create a simple. Okay, let me put my laptop in charge. 1 second. Okay, so now what I will do is I'll just modify this card only and I'll remove all the things. Okay, and you will see how we do this. Okay, so I have removed all the code from the page. Now page is blanked. A card component in Ionic tab also, Ionic lab also you can see this. And I will create a beautiful card now. Okay, with the sample. Now you have seen how you can create a default card. So what I'll do is I'll just write iron card. Okay, inside that I'll just give iron item. Iron item. Inside the iron item, Okay, what I will do is I just give one avatar first, right? Avatar means image. I'll just give iron. Okay, iron avatar, where I'll just give iron avatar, and I'll just give slot where it will be at the left side or right side. You have to write slot. Inside slot, I'll just give start, and then inside give you have inside this you have to give image. Okay, okay, image means avatar. Iron icons you can give here. You can find iron icon, iron icons. So there is a all type of icons. Okay, any icons you can take and you can show there. I'll take any icon, suppose card icon. I'll just take this one. Here you can see icon name. Okay, I'll just copy this one and I'll put it here. Now let's see how it will look like. So here you can see you have a card, you have created a card where you have given one icon here, right? Okay, now let's move. Or if you want to give a user, okay, user icon. So what I'll do is I'll just find user. So here is a user. Okay, or this one. I'll just take this one. I'll just copy this one. I'll paste this one. Okay, user. Now it will be user icon here. Okay, okay, sorry, my mistake. I have written somewhere else. I have to write right here, right? Okay, so now it will change. So I have user icon. Now what we will do is after the avatar, okay, I'll just write label for this. Okay, iron. Okay, iron label. Iron label where I'll just write S3 tag. Inside S3 tag, I'll just write Gaurav Kumar. And then I'll just write P tag. I'll just write today's date, 19th September 2020. Okay, so we have one something like this, right? One is icon and one is name and this. Okay, so what I'll just leave this. Now what I'll do is after the ionic item, we'll create one image source. Image, and where I'll just write src, and then we'll close this. Okay, and we'll give some any hotel. We'll take any hotel image. Okay, I'll just give this image so you can, it will open this image. I'll just give this image and in the source. Okay, now let's see how it will be. Okay, something like this. Awesome. Now what we'll do is we'll make header of the card. Okay. Here we'll make header. Okay, iron header, sorry, iron card iron card header. Okay, inside iron card header, we'll give a title first. So what I'll do is I'll just write iron card title, card title. Okay, inside this I'll just write Hotel Grand Moria. Anything I'll just write. Okay, and then we'll write some content after this header. So what I'll do is I'll just write iron card content. Inside card content, I'll just write something about this hotel itself, where I've copied this. Okay, I'll just write about hotel. Okay, I don't. Okay. Anyway, I'll just take any. I'll just write 2 line. No issue. I'll just copy this. Right. Awesome. I'll just write here something. Okay. So till now, what you have done, we'll just look at here. So we have created something like this. We have given a image, we have given name, we have given description. Now we will add some footer. Okay, how we will add footer, we'll see. After this card, I will just give iron footer. Iron footer. Inside iron footer, we'll give something iron row. And inside iron row, we'll give some column. Okay, so we can give some column, iron column. Inside iron column, we'll create a 3 iron column. First of all, we'll give you can give any number. I'll just create 3 iron column. Inside column, I'll just give this column should be sent in center. Okay. Wait. Before copy paste, I'll just write here. Okay. It should be in center, and then we'll write text. Text also should be in the center. So now I'll just copy this. I'll just paste it here, 3 column, right? Now what I will do is I'll just give 2 things. Okay, one is button. Inside button, I'll just give um, one is I'll give an icon. Okay. Okay, later I'll just give any icon of thumbs up. You can give any icon, thumbs up. Here an icon you have, right? Thumbs up. Here you can copy this. I'll just give thumbs up, and then I'll just write something div. Okay, inside div you can give 1.5 kilometer. Okay, 1.5k likes. Okay, in the another column I'll just give this same thing, something I'll just give. I'll just button. I'll just create button again in the same another one also. Okay, and here I give icon of text. Okay, I'll just text. You can find the text icon here itself, no issue. Here you can write text, right? So this icon or this icon, text outline. So this anything you can give, right? Or you can write text outline or text outline. I think I'll just copy this. I can write here text outline. Okay, later I'll just give. I think text will also work. If not, then I'll just give outline later. No issue. So here I'll just write 4 comments. Okay. And in this third one, I'll just copy this button again. I'll just write it here again, paste, and icon will give time. So you can find your time. I'll just give alarm, stopwatch, time outline. So I'll just give time outline here. I'll change the icon with time outline, and here I'll just write 4 hour ago. Okay, so now let's see how it look like. Okay, the icon I can change here. I can give, okay, this text icon is working, but I'll give some another icon. I can write here text. I'll just give this one. Okay, now see our card is looking like something this. Okay, here you can see if you'll open this in, one is like, comment, 4 hour ago. Okay, so using CSS you can modify this, it will look better. If you want to decrease the font size of this one, you can do here. Okay, so large, small. Okay, card component. Fine. So this one example, and this application you have created in Ionic 5, how you can modify the UI. It totally depends on if you have a UI in your wireframe, or if you have already, you can use this, right? So today I have created a simple card UI, and like that you can create any UI. And yeah, so maybe in the next season or next webinar we will talk more about and on Ionic framework. And you can watch continue in the next session as well. Next Saturday, every Saturday I'll come online for 1 or 2 hours. Maybe if session will go like this, we will make it 2 hours session, so it will be more contentful session. Okay, and from next time we will be online on YouTube. Okay, so you will get email something like this. Okay, so like this, where you will click on the link like this, it will open a YouTube live webinar, and that will be a scheduled webinar. So at the same time it will start the webinar. Okay, where you can ask any type of question, prepare your question, ask any doubt or anything in your chat window. Okay, so any question, please let me know. Links you will get here, you can get here, and you can continue at the given time. Okay, and you can also mail on this email ID. I'll just write here mail. If you have any specific things, or you have to share any code. Okay, thank you everyone for your patience and joining the session. Thank you.
Okay, so now I think we should close the event here. Thank you for your interest and support, all the participants. Good day.